Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating stack of sources all about Bali. If you've ever wondered what truly makes this island tick, beyond just the stunning beaches you see everywhere online, you are absolutely in for a treat. Our mission today is basically to distill the essential insights, the surprising facts, giving you a shortcut to understanding this, well, truly unique place.
That's right. And we'll be exploring Bali not just, as a holiday spot, but as a complex interplay of geography, culture, its economy, and yeah, even its ongoing environmental challenges. What's really fascinating, I think, is how all these elements weave together. It creates an identity that feels both ancient and incredibly vibrant today.
Yeah, I'm particularly excited about this one. It really challenges that typical postcard image, doesn't it? We're going to uncover everything from its active volcanoes to its really profound spiritual practices and, of course, the iconic food. Think of this as your essential guide to being genuinely well-informed about what they call the Island of the Gods. Okay, so to really get Bali's unique allure, we probably need to start with where it actually sits in the world.
Hmm.
It's part of that huge Indonesian archipelago, sort of nestled right between Java to the west and Lombok to the east. It's a relatively small island, actually, about 5,780 square kilometers. Denpasar is its capital, the main economic hub.
Right, and this location, this geographical placement, is really key to understanding its cultural distinction, because
Ah.
while Indonesia as a whole is predominantly Muslim, Bali, well, it stands out dramatically. It has a Hindu majority population.
And it's not just standard Hinduism, is it?
No, not at all. Balinese Hinduism isn't just, like, imported. It's a deeply unique blend. It pulls in traditional Balinese customs, animistic beliefs from way back, and even some subtle influences from Buddhist practices, too.
Okay, so how does that deep spiritual foundation, how does that actually shape what the island looks like, on the ground?
Oh, it's everywhere. It's pervasive. You
Yeah.
see it in the hundreds of ornate temples that dot the landscape, especially the coastline, like Tanah Lot, Uluwatu.
It's those famous cliffside ones.
Exactly. And the big one, the Basaki Temple Complex, the Mother Temple.
Yeah.
But it's also in the intricate daily offerings you see literally on every street corner that Kanangs are.
Ah, the little woven baskets with flowers.
Yes. So religion isn't just a belief system here. It's a living, breathing art form. It's integrated into pretty much every facet of daily life.
So it's not just about the grand temples then, but these sort of constant small acts of devotion.
Mhm.
Does that sense of ritual spill over into other parts of the culture, like their famous arts?
Absolutely. Deeply.
Yeah.
The island is renowned for its traditional arts, the dance, the music, painting, sculpture, crafts, and they're all just fundamentally intertwined with spirituality. Think about the Balinese dance performances like the Kikak dance, the fire dance, or the Baron dances.
Right, those are major tourist draws.
They are, but precisely because they tell ancient stories and embody the island's spiritual heart. They aren't just, entertained for tourists, they're genuine expressions of faith.
Okay, so building on that unique blend of culture, it's fascinating how a place so rooted in tradition has also become this, well, global tourism powerhouse. What are the key drivers behind that, and how has it shaped the island's economy beyond just, say, beach resorts?
Yeah, it's true. Tourism forms a huge part of its economy. Millions visit every year. But the really surprising insight, I think, is how deeply its spiritual authenticity is woven into the visitor experience itself. It's not just marketing beaches. The island successfully markets its spiritual and cultural depth as a key attraction. That's a really delicate balance that, frankly, few destinations manage to achieve.
That's a good point.
But its economy isn't solely reliant on visitors, which is important. Agriculture, particularly rice farming, still plays a profound role.
And the rice terraces, they're just iconic, aren't they? Absolutely breathtaking visuals. What's the story there?
They really are. And those iconic terraces, like the ones in Tagalolang you see in photos, they're not just beautiful landscapes. They're actually recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site
Oh, really? Why?
because of the traditional subak system of rice farming. This isn't just like ancient irrigation tech. It's a living democratic system of water management. Local communities collectively manage their rice paddies and the complex irrigation channels. It really showcases Bali's profound communal spirit and pretty sustainable land use, actually.
Wow, like a lesson for modern resource management hidden in plain sight.
Kind of, yeah. And then you have handicrafts, so those intricate wood carvings, the jewelry, textiles, paintings, they're also a key export.
Yeah.
Often sold to tourists, sure, but deeply rooted in local artistry.
So, for someone planning a visit, what does all this diverse economic and cultural tapestry mean for their actual experience? You're not just getting one kind of trip, are you?
Exactly right. You have a really diverse range of experiences available. You can get the vibrant nightlife and, world-class surfing down at Kuta Beach.
A party spot?
Right. Or you can go for the high-end luxury resorts in Seminyak and Nusa Dua, or maybe the famous seafood dinners watching the sunset at Jimbaran Bay. It caters to a whole spectrum of preferences.
And beyond the coastlines, lots of people talk about Ubud. It's often called a must-see. Why is that?
Yeah, Ubud is unequivocally highlighted in the sources as Bali's cultural heart. It's just got a different vibe altogether. It's a more tranquil town surrounded by those lush rice fields. It offers art galleries, lots of serene yoga retreats, and sacred temples like the famous Monkey Forest,
Oh, yes, the
the
monkeys.
sacred Monkey Forest sanctuary itself, yeah. It's home to hundreds of these long-tailed macaques, and it serves as a significant cultural and spiritual hub, a place where humans and nature really visibly intertwine.
And I've heard about unique water temples, too, like Tuta Empul, with the holy spring water. What kind of experience do they offer?
They offer another really deep layer of cultural and spiritual immersion. These aren't just beautiful old buildings, they're active sites for purification rituals. Visitors can respectfully observe, or in some cases, even participate in these Balinese spiritual practices. It's quite powerful. Okay, shifting gears a bit from the cultural landscape to the purely natural. Bali's volcanic topography is, well, truly dramatic. You've got active volcanoes like Mount Agung, which is huge, standing at over 3,000 meters.
Wow, 3,000 meters.
Yeah. And Mount Batur. They provide incredible hiking opportunities. Mount Batur actually is incredibly popular for sunrise treks. You get these breathtaking panoramic views that really highlight the island's raw volcanic beauty.
Mount Agung, though, over 3,000 meters. That sounds like some serious hiking. What are people actually seeking when they trek these volcanoes? Is it just the view?
Well, it's often been the challenge. Definitely this spectacular views, yeah.
Yeah.
But also experiencing a part of Bali's sacred landscape that's, a world away from the beaches and the towns. And beyond the mountains, the island boasts really rich biodiversity on land, too. The Bali Safari and Marine Park, for example, gives you a chance to see both native Indonesian and other exotic animals. They even have conservation programs for endangered species like tigers and orangutans.
And it's not just the land, right? For anyone drawn to the ocean, Bali's underwater world is supposed to be incredible, a whole other realm.
Oh, absolutely. Bali is world-renowned for its vibrant underwater life. It genuinely offers some of the best dive spots you can find anywhere. Places like Talamban, famous for the U.S. Uphill Liberty Wreck Dive,
Right.
and Nusa Penida, Menjangan Island. These places let you explore really pristine coral reefs and encounter incredible marine species. Majestic manta rays, the strange and wonderful mola or sunfish.
Amazing.
Uh,
So for someone planning their trip then, what about the practical stuff like weather? What can you generally expect?
Bali has that classic tropical climate. So basically, warm weather year-round. It does have two distinct seasons, though. The dry season, which is generally April to October, and then the rainy season from about November to March.
Is the rainy season really bad?
It can mean heavy downpours, often in the afternoon, but usually
Yeah.
not all day, every day. It's also greener then. But the dry season is typically preferred for most activities, especially beach time and hiking. Average temperatures pretty consistently hover between, say, 26 to 30 degrees Celsius. That's about 79 to 86 Fahrenheit. So yeah, it's genuinely a year-round destination, climate-wise.
Okay, let's talk about taste. Balinese cuisine known for bold, complex flavors. What makes it distinct, and what are some of those absolute must-try dishes?
Right. Balinese food often uses a ton of fresh herbs and spices. That spice paste, the Basco jade, is fundamental. And rice, of course, is the absolute staple. Some must-try dishes really highlight the island's culinary identity and often its connection to ceremonies, too. Babi guling, for instance, that's the traditional roasted suckling pig.
Heard of that one. Very famous.
Yeah, it's often served during special ceremonies, celebrated for its incredibly crispy skin and tender, flavorful meat. It's a real event. And then there's Big Bek Bitutu. That's slow-cooked duck, usually steamed or roasted, absolutely packed with a rich spice base, very aromatic.
Sounds delicious. And beyond those main courses, what else gives you a true taste of Bali?
Well, lawar is another notable dish, especially important for ceremonies. It's a traditional mixed salad, usually with finely chopped vegetables, grated coconut, and minced meat, or sometimes jackfruit. It can be incredibly flavorful, sometimes quite spicy.
Okay.
And satay lilit is a really unique Balinese take on satay. Instead of chunks of meat, it uses minced meat, could be fish, chicken, pork, mixed with spices, grated coconut, other things, and then it's wrapped or lillet around a stick, often lemongrass or bamboo, before grilling. Gives it a wonderful aromatic twist.
That sounds amazing. Okay, beyond the food, Bali's festivals offer just an incredible window into its spiritual calendar. Can you tell us about a few of those key ones?
Definitely. Nepi, the Day of Silence, which usually falls in March, is perhaps the most unique festival you'll find anywhere. It marks the Balinese New Year, the Saka New Year, with a day of complete silence, fasting, and meditation across the entire island.
The whole island, it's like everything shuts down.
Everything, all activity ceases,
Hmm.
the airport closes, no flights in or out, no cars or motorbikes on the streets, nobody's supposed to leave their homes, even streetlights are off. It's a total profound reset for the island.
Wow. A whole day of silence. It's such a radical contrast to our, always on world. What's the impact of a day like that on the local community beyond just the quiet?
Well, it's seen as a deep spiritual cleansing, a day for self-reflection, connecting with the divine, and it really does bring the community together in this shared, profound experience of introspection. It's quite powerful.
And there's stuff leading up to it, right? Parades.
Yes. What's fascinating is the vibrant tradition before Nyepi. The night before, there are these grand processions featuring Ogo Ogo. These are huge, often terrifying-looking demonic effigies made of bamboo and paper mache. They're paraded through the streets, often with really loud, raucous gamelan music and celebrations.
To scare away evil spirits.
Exactly. And then, dramatically, they're often burned at the end of the night to symbolize driving away those negative forces before the day of purity begins. Another major festival cycle is Galungan and Kuningen. This happens every 210 days, based on the Balinese calendar. It marks the victory of Dharma, or good, over Adharma, evil. It's a time for huge family gatherings, elaborate offerings placed on bamboo poles called penjur that line the streets, and lots of temple visits. The island looks incredibly beautiful and festive then.
Okay, so for someone actually considering a trip, what's the practical situation? Getting around, staying connected.
Yeah, practicalities. Bali is very well connected internationally. Ngururai International Airport near Denpasar is the main gateway, linking it to major cities globally.
Mm.
Within the island itself, transportation is pretty varied. You've got taxis, you can hire private drivers quite easily, which is popular. Motorbike rental is huge if you're adventurous
And brave.
and brave, yes. And the popular ride-hailing apps like Gojek and Grab are widely available and used for both cars and motorbike taxis. Very convenient.
And connectivity. Internet.
Yep, internet and mobile data are readily accessible, especially in the main tourist areas. Cafes, hotels, villas usually have Wi-Fi. So staying connected isn't typically an issue for visitors.
Mm.
However, with all this popularity, this ease of access, a really crucial point to consider is sustainability. Bali, despite its incredible appeal, faces some significant challenges because of tourism's scale. Waste management, particularly plastic waste, is a major visible concern.
Yeah, you hear about that. Plastic on beaches.
Exactly. It's a serious issue, driven by the sheer volume of visitors and, well, consumption patterns.
That's a tough reality. Is anything actually being done about it? What's the response?
Well, it's definitely a pressing issue, but efforts are certainly underway. There's a growing movement to promote ecotourism. There are initiatives like Bye Bye Plastic Bags, started by local youth, which gained international attention. There are active community and government cleanup drives happening on beaches and rivers. It's an ongoing battle, though.
And the marine environment. You mentioned the diving.
Right. That's another area of concern. As a top diving destination, Bali is also contending with coral bleaching. This is largely linked to rising ocean temperatures due to global climate change. But there are conservation projects, driven by both local and international groups, actively working to protect its vital marine life, doing things like coral restoration and establishing marine protected areas.
So pulling all this together, what's the practical takeaway for you, the listener, from all this? Bali, it seems, truly is this unique destination. It seamlessly blends that vibrant ancient culture with stunning natural beauty and, yeah, modern luxury, too. It really sounds like it caters to all kinds of travelers, whether you're seeking adventure or maybe profound cultural immersion or just simply luxurious relaxation.
I think that's right. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's an island where ancient traditions don't just survive, they actually thrive alongside contemporary tourism. It creates this dynamic, sometimes really delicate balance. But its profound beauty, its rich traditions, and the genuinely welcoming nature of the Balinese people. That's what makes it one of the most beloved destinations in the world, despite the challenges.
And that wraps up our deep dive into Bali. We really hope you feel much more informed now and maybe even a little inspired to explore this island of the gods further, perhaps with a deeper understanding.
And maybe here's a final thought to ponder. Given the island's incredible reliance on tourism, alongside its really dedicated efforts to preserve its unique culture and environment, what new innovations, what new approaches might Bali champion in the future to maintain that tricky balance between global appeal and local authenticity?